Hello all. So today's episode is going to be about Japanese phones and K through 12 students. And I promise the two subjects intertwine slightly. So, today I got my Japanese cell phone. Now let me tell you something. Getting a Japanese cell phone is the biggest pain in the ass I've ever encountered. Like, thankfully, we had the Japanese student group at Waseda to help us because there is no way I would have been able to get this phone on my own. Okay, that's point one. Point two, Japanese phones are surprisingly expensive. Like, in America, you can even get the iPhone, and it's not a super big deal. I mean, if you sign up for AT&T or wireless, you can get it easily and fairly simply. Like, to get a new iPhone, it could probably take you, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 hours if you're a little slower. But let me tell you something. I've arguably spent like from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. today getting my Japanese cell phone. This is particularly challenging. So, first of all, when you go into the Japanese shop, Japanese phones are expensive, I already said that. But even like the cheapest phone you can get, which is like old-fashioned flip phone, it's like I had this type of phone in middle school, and it's simply the most economical phone that you can get in Japan right now. So I got that, and then oh, this is great. So finally, when you choose the phone and like you figure out how much it says on the really confusing phone plaque, what it is per month, and then what it's going to be to break your contract, because the contract is only on a 2-year contract and you have to break it because you're only there for a year. Once you figure that out, you have to go up to the salesperson, who of course speaks in Japanese, and I have to say today was bad. Today it was like Charlie Brown and his teacher going wah 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 wah, and then the Japanese hitting me like this, and just nothing, like almost nothing was going in. So thankfully, I had the Japanese student organization help with that. That's the point for the cell phones. And by the way, after you finally get everything signed up and whatnot, you don't just walk out of the store with a phone. No. It takes them like a whole 2 hours to do magic or fiddle with it or whatever. Yeah, so you literally have to wait, like, arguably speaking, even if you pick your phone super fast, the minimum time is probably like 3 hours getting a phone. And not even like a super high quality phone. I don't even know how much more it would take to process a smartphone. And furthermore, I already have an iPhone. I have an iPhone from the United States, and someone proposed the idea that if you go to Japan, just put a different SIM card in, and then you can use it in Japan, but it's way expensive. Like, I don't know, I think at the end of the year, it would have cost something like $1,000 to use my phone in Japan. So that was a no-go. So, finally, I get my phone. And I'm like, yay, except it's all in Japanese, so I don't know what I'm doing. Like, where's my contact list? And where is, this and this and this? Oh, and another thing. In Japan, there's not really text messaging. It's just messaging. Like they have a cell phone email that for all intents and purposes is a text message thing. And so you have to know your email so you can send messages. And it's really weird. There's this function on the phone that I'm sure phones in the United States have, but I've never really seen it. There's like a scanner on the phone, and if you get your scanner activated, you can hold the scanner up to someone else's phone, and the phones like interchange information. You know what it was like? It's like in the Conehead movie where, Mr. Cone says like, honey, how was your day? And Mrs. Cone says, it was good. And like they touch cones, and like there's like a little light that flashes between them to show them like, oh, this is what I did today. It's kind of like that on the phone, but with your email. It's really weird. Anyway, so there's that. Now I'm going to tie in to what the other topic is. So if any of you are familiar with the anime and the manga, Um, you'll notice that like schoolgirls, you always see them wearing sailor outfits. And you're thinking to yourself like, man, like that's just weird. Why do they constantly draw these students in these outfits? They really do wear it. Like I have now seen several elementary school kids and middle school kids walking around in like the dorkiest sailor uniform. It's hilarious. Like, oh, I feel a little bad for you. And oh yeah. And so after my day today with the phone, I was really tired and I was like, okay, finally I'm going back home and it's gonna be great. So I get on the train and there's this like student who's, I don't know, he's like 13, 14, and he gives me this look like, and I'm like, ooh. And I swear to God, I think he took a picture of me. Like I'm in like kind of like a little more low cut dress today. I literally think he took a picture of me and I looked at him, I was like, seriously? Is this happening right now? And I think he like kind of smiled and walked away and I was like, I got conned by a 14-year-old. What the hell? So, yeah, that's Japanese phones and a little blurb on students.